Oliver Pichon Luthier here, and what we're going to do now is start working on shaping the neck. As you recall, in a previous video I showed how we made the neck blank and how we did the scarf joint. You can see the tightness of that joint right there. That's where the scarf joint is, right there, and it is really nice. And the reason for that scarf joint actually is that the grain of the neck is going this way, and we don't want the headstock out of the same piece of wood, because if we did, the grain would be coming across and this would be a weak spot right in here because of the angle, and it could split right through there. So what we do is we take another piece and we glue it in like this with a scarf joint. Once I did all of that, I laid it out on the side like this, and I cut this out on the bandsaw, this curve right here. And then once that was cut out, I marked the top of it, and then on the bandsaw I cut that out. So we have where the headstock goes right here. That's our template for our headstock. It's going to be for the slotted head. The nut sits right there, and then the fretboard will be glued on this and go over that. The dovetail joint, of course, going into the heel block on the body. So now we're going to start shaping this. As usual, you can probably see here my pencil lines of where the finish is going to be on this. I always cut a little bit outside that line. So we're only going to get the rough shape on this neck right now, and then we will finalize the shaping once we have the fretboard glued on. But for right now, we're just going to start rounding this off and getting to the shape that we want. So I'm going to put this in the vise, and let's see if I get the camera where you can see it well. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we have this in the vise, nice and tight, and I start with on an ukulele, it's not a big neck, so we're going to start with a draw knife, and I have a draw knife here that we can just start rounding these corners off. It's getting on me a little bit. I'm going to tighten that. There we go. So we're just taking this down a little at a time here, and I'm not going to go through the whole process here. We're going to just get this to kind of where we want it, and then we'll use a rasp. And I've got these wonderful rasps here that we can take down the rest of it. And start getting it to where we want it to be. So that's the basic technique. You can see, and we just continue doing this until we get it to the shape that we want. So that's how we're going to shape the neck for the rough shape. Once we get that where we want it, then we're going to work on getting the headstock veneer glued on, and then we'll cut the slots for the tuning machines and start doing our final tuning on all this. when we cut this dovetail, the dovetail cuts this shoulder here is square to this axis, and we're going to have to adjust that because the heel end of the body has a curve on it, of course, where it goes around like that. So we're going to have to do that, and I'll make a video on how to do that by drawing sandpaper through there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.